All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Valsa Williams. The headlines. Election Commission team to review poll preparedness for the first phase of Chhattisgarh Assembly elections in Raipur today. India improves its rank by 23 positions in ease of doing business. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu invites Botswana companies to do business with India. India lodges strong protests with China and Pakistan over their proposed bus service through Pak-occupied Kashmir. And in cricket, fifth and final ODI between India and West Indies to be played in Thiruvananthapuram today. A team of Election Commission of India headed by Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat will review poll preparedness for Chhattisgarh Assembly elections in Raipur today. According to program schedule released by the Election Commission, Mr. Rawat will hold separate meetings with political parties and district returning officers, SPs, IGs and DIGs. The team will also meet nodal officers of state police and coordinators of central paramilitary forces to ensure peaceful polling during first phase of elections on the 12th of November. Later, it will hold a press conference. Polling in Chhattisgarh will be held in two phases, first on the 12th and the second on the 20th of this month. India has jumped 23 places in the ease of doing business ranking as per the World Bank business ratings. India was at the 100th place last year and is now at the 77th rank. Briefing reporters in New Delhi yesterday, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, India is now recognized as among top 10 improvers for the second consecutive year. It is also now ranked the first among South Asian countries compared to the 6th rank in 2014.
मुझे लगता है कि 2 साल लगातार बैक टू बैक 130 से 100. Last year we made a 30-point jump. This year we've done a 27-point jump. Earlier we had come down from 142 to 130. So we've achieved a 67-point improvement in 4 years.
Mr. Jaitley said reaching 50th from the 142nd position is an unprecedented growth. He said Prime Minister Narendra Modi had set the aim of reaching top 50 of the rankings, and we have improved steadily from 142 to 77 in the last 4 years. Commerce and Industry Minister Suresh Prabhu, who was also present, said this reflects the government's commitment to implement progressive reforms. He said it is all because of teamwork of the central government and state governments. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed happiness at the rise of India in ease of doing business ranking. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said the government is unwavering in its commitment towards economic reforms which will ensure an environment that fosters industry, investment and opportunities. In Jammu and Kashmir, a gunfight raged between terrorists and security forces in Zugu-Arizal area of central Kashmir's Budgam district in the wee hours today. Security sources said a cordon and search operation was launched at midnight on the basis of inputs about the presence of terrorists in the area. They said as the forces zeroed in on the suspected place, the hiding terrorists opened fire, triggering the gunfight. Sources said 2 to 3 unknown terrorists are believed to be trapped in a residential house. The gunfight was on till last reports came in. The Supreme Court-appointed Environment Pollution Control Authority has urged Delhiites to use public transport for the first 10 days this month, when the air quality of the national capital is likely to further deteriorate. Delhi's air quality has been recording alarming trends in the last 2 weeks. The pollution level nosedived to severe level yesterday, prompting authorities to intensify measures to reduce pollution. Indian Railways has rationalized its freight rates to ensure additional revenue generation for improved passenger amenities. An official release said it will result in an 8.75% increase in freight rates for major commodities such as coal, iron and steel, iron ore and raw materials for steel plants. The haulage charges of containers have also been increased by 5%, and the freight rates of other small goods have been increased by 8.75%. However, the freight rates of food grains, flour, pulses, fertilizers, salt and sugar have not been increased, keeping in mind farmers and the common man. Madhya Pradesh is celebrating its 63rd Foundation Day today. The two-day celebrations will be a low-key event this year due to assembly elections. The state was founded on November the 1st, 1956, and now it is the second largest Indian state in size, with an area of 308,000 square kilometers. This year the theme for the celebrations is the heritage of Madhya Pradesh, and all performances will revolve around folk and classical performances. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has invited Botswana companies to invest in India. He extended the invitation after inaugurating the 13th Annual Global Expo Botswana 2018 in Gaborone last evening. Mr. Naidu highlighted India's achievements in various fields during the last 4 years and said it is one of the most attractive FDI destinations nowadays, with an improved ranking in ease of doing business. Mr. Naidu added that GST reforms, third largest consumer market, and various social and economic welfare measures make India a friendly and attractive business place. Mr. Naidu is on a visit to 3 African nations, Botswana, Zimbabwe and Malawi. More from our correspondent covering the Vice President's visit.
Shri Naidu inaugurated the 13th Annual Global Expo Botswana 2018 in Gaborone on the first day of his visit here. Showcasing the economic prowess of India, he reiterated Prime Minister Narendra Modi's 10 guiding principles to strengthen India-Africa relationship. He also urged the stakeholders to take India-Botswana relations to newer heights. Nilesh Kalbhor, AIR News, Gaborone, Botswana.
India has lodged strong protests with China and Pakistan on the proposed bus service that will operate through Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir under the so-called China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. In a statement, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Ravish Kumar said that it is the government's consistent and well-known position that the so-called China-Pakistan Boundary Agreement of 1963 is illegal and invalid. He said it has never been recognized by India and therefore any such bus service through Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir will be a violation of India's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The sale of Jan Aushadhi medicines crossed 150 crore rupees in the last 7 months. Minister of State for Chemicals and Fertilizers Mansukh Mandavia said in New Delhi yesterday that this has resulted in a total saving of almost 600 crore rupees to benefit the commoners. These medicines are cheaper by 50 to 90% as compared to the branded ones. Mr. Mandavia said by the end of the current fiscal, the total number of Jan Aushadhi stores in the country will be 5,000, with annual sales crossing 300 crore rupees. Here is a ground report on Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Kendras from our Uttarakhand correspondent.
According to district administration, almost all the medicines are available in every outlet of Jan Aushadhi Kendras in Udham Singh Nagar. The medicines that are not available are being provided through Red Cross Society on the same prices at Jan Aushadhi Kendras. Ram Singh had undergone heart surgery and the medicines in the market was very costly. But the same medicines were available at affordable price at Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Kendra in Udham Singh Nagar. Ram Singh says,
मेरा हार्ट का ऑपरेशन हुआ है, प्राइवेट इलाज बहुत महंगा पड़ रहा है, तो ये सरकारी जन औषधि मेडिकल पे आया हुआ हूँ। यहाँ की दवाइयाँ मुझे आधे रेट पर मिल रही हैं। गरीब आदमी इन दवाइयों के जरिए अपना पूरा इलाज करा सकता है।
Prices of medicines are a big concern for the people who are suffering from health issues. Jan Aushadhi Kendras has provided to be the solution for their problem. Good quality medicines in lesser prices have benefited needy and poor people immensely. Raghavesh Pandey, AIR News, Dehradun.
The government has said it has not sought decryption of WhatsApp messages but instead wants the location and identity of those misusing the platform to spread fake news that provokes violence. Union IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad, after meeting WhatsApp Vice President Chris Daniels, asserted that the institutional integrity of the platform be maintained ahead of elections. On the issue of traceability, Mr. Prasad emphasized that when they talk of traceability, they insist on location and identification of the sender of WhatsApp messages, which lead to provocation of violence and other serious crimes. In an email response, the WhatsApp spokesperson appreciated that the government confirmed its support for encryption and the privacy of WhatsApp users. Malayalam film Olu will be the opening film at the 49th International Film Festival of India, IFFI, to be held in Goa this month. This was decided by the jury for the Indian Panorama. The feature film jury of 13 members was headed by acclaimed film director and screenwriter Rahul Ravel. The non-feature film jury selected the Marathi film Kharvas, directed by Aditya Sahas Jambhale, as the opening non-feature film. The Regional Weather Office in Chennai has said that the northeast monsoon will hit coastal areas of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry today before gradually extending to other parts of the region. It said with a month's delay in arrival of the 3-month-long October to December monsoon, the next 2 months would be crucial. According to Director of Area Cyclone Warning Centre, S. Balachandran, areas of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry would first experience the northeast monsoon. It would gradually extend to the rest of Tamil Nadu and adjoining areas of South Karnataka and Kerala. He attributed the delay in the onset of monsoon to Cyclone Titli and Luban that formed over the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea early last month. In cricket, the 5th and final one-dayer between India and the West Indies will be played in Thiruvananthapuram today. The match will begin at 1:30 p.m. India is leading the 5-match series 2-1. After the 5th ODI, both the countries will also play 3 T20s. The first 2020 is scheduled on Sunday in Kolkata, followed by Lucknow on the 6th and Chennai on the 11th. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Abhishek Kumar.
Thank you, Valsa. The Supreme Court seeking Rafale details and the RBI row received prominent attention in the press today. SC wants Rafale price details in sealed cover, reports the Hindustan Times. The Times of India headlines, in a sudden turn, Supreme Court asks government for Rafale price, offset partner details. Except for price, wants several aspects of deal made public. Government dials down, RBI autonomy key, public interest is our guide, leads the Indian Express. The Times of India writes, Finance Minister's bland statement contains message for RBI. Serve economy, don't make problems public. PM unveils world's tallest statue to celebrate Sardar. The Asian Age captions a photograph of the Statue of Unity. DNA terms it, the Iron Man of India stands tall. India makes another big leap in ease of doing business, headlines the Hindustan Times. The Indian Express writes, global ease of business. Debt cleanup, tax reforms lift India 23 ranks up to 77. Anupam Kher resigns as FTII chairperson for TV job abroad, reports the Pioneer. DNA states, citing US show commitment, Kher steps down from FTII, a day after presiding over the first meeting of the FTII Society and Governing Council. Delhi NCR facing its first crackerless Diwali, asks the Hindustan Times, highlighting the confusion as the Supreme Court says, use only green crackers, while experts and traders insist they don't exist yet. The Times of India notes, Old Delhi's cracker market shut, traders count losses. Owners of old vehicles in city caught in a jam, as more than 1/3 of Delhi's automobiles failed age test, reports Mail today. Citizens ask, why look at number of years alone and not efficiency? And finally, top court to welcome visitors in guided tour. The Hindustan Times reports Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi will formally launch a portal today through which citizens can book a 1-hour guided tour to the Supreme Court premises. And with that, it's back to you, Valsa.
Thank you, Abhishek. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Election Commission team to review poll preparedness for the first phase of Chhattisgarh Assembly elections in Raipur today. India improves its rank by 23 positions in ease of doing business. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu invites Botswana companies to do business with India. India lodges strong protests with China and Pakistan over their proposed bus service through Pak-occupied Kashmir. And in cricket, 5th and final ODI between India and West Indies to be played in Thiruvananthapuram today. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.nic.in. With that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.